Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did my favorite 3D flower in resin. So let's get started. Alright, so first up, let me show you what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using a black alcohol ink. Now these are just cheapy ones from eBay. You can get them in a pack. I don't want overly pigmented. I want to have more grey in it rather than just solid black. So I'm going to be using this as like the base colour that I'm going to be popping into the resin. I'm going to put it in as drops. Now my resin is at about 40 degrees now, so it's nice and toasty warm, ready to go in. I've given it a little spray in the mould with some isopropyl alcohol. It'll help remove the bubbles as it settles out. So scrape off this and I'm going to pour it in. I'm also going to save around about 20 grams of this resin left in the cup, so then I can add the white to it, give it a good mix and go from there. So once I've poured this in, I'm going to use a silicone tool and I'm going to basically go around the edges of the mold and I'm going to pull any bubbles that are trapped right in the corners, like the sharp corners, help release them. Also, you can see that the bubbles are starting to rise now and gently pop on the surface. And we're just giving a little help along to get it all out of these sharp little corners. Remove any bits of lint that we can see that shouldn't be in there. And random pieces of glitter that seem to just appear from nowhere. And then give it a quick blast over with my little blowtorch. Help lift all the bubbles out of it. And now onto the alcohol ink. What I'm going to do is one in the center and then I'm going to go like around in a flower shape. Like petals. So I'm going to do one drop in the center and then 6 drops around in like a hexagon shape. Like so. And then we just need to leave this to disperse a little bit. You see how it's actually pushed the center one to be in a hexagon shape, which I think is pretty cool. So we're going to let them bleed out to hit against each other, and while that's happening we're going to mix this up. So this is a white pigment paste and this is actually from Just For You Online UK, and they have a resin brand that is Apex Resin, which I do use quite a lot of as well. So as you can see, it was taking the tiniest bit of the paste and mixing it directly into the leftover 20 grams of the resin. So give it a good mix up, make sure it's all mixed in properly, there's no streakers, there's nothing left over, it's just nice and niceness. It's all mixed in really well. So we look like this. Want it to make sure it's not super solid white. It's more of a milky white. It's not completely opaque, but then it's not transparent as well. It's like somewhere 2/3 over on the way to opaque. You see, the problem is if you put too much white in, it will just sink to the bottom and it will not give you the pull. It'll just drop to the bottom and ruin the other side of it. You just get blobs everywhere. So obviously when you want a heavier look to your design, you would add more white paste so it is heavier, because white is very, very pigmented, which makes it naturally heavier than other colours anyway. So the tiniest little bit, mix it in really well, and then I'm just scraping it now all into my tiny little bag to get it ready for piping on top. So before we pipe, we're just going to do a swirl throughout this alcohol ink. Just like this. Now, one thing to remember when you're doing a design with the colour part of this, you need to remember that resin does pull towards the centre of the design. So if you want more colour to be on the outside, you need to put the colour as close to the edge of the mould as possible. Whereas I don't. I want more of a plain, transparent design on the outer edges of the finished product. So this is my tiny little piping bag. This is my white ready to go on. I've just got some tiny little like buttercream babs, you know, for piping for doing buns, but these are super tiny ones that I got from, I think it was Waitrose. So all I'm going to do is cut the tiniest little hole. You see how much there is? There's just not much at all. I'm going to cut a tiny little hole in the tip for the tiniest amount to come out. There we go. Tiny little hole. And then we're going to start from the center and we're just going to do a spiral gently on top. Around and around we go, all the way to the outside without touching the outside of the mold. And then we're going to come back on ourselves and go back over the spiral and go back towards the center. So we have 2 loose layers. I do like my designs to be quite random, because when you look at a flower, flowers aren't perfect. Like if you look under the microscope, but not quite literally, but if you look really close, you'll see there's very delicate imperfections, and it makes them also very unique. So back to using a silicone tool, and all I'm going to do is drag from the outside to the center, opposite sides, and just work our way around, cutting into quarters and then dissect those sections into halves until we have something that looks like this. And then in the center, as you can see, within each of these what will be petals, we're going to drag from the middle right to the outside, so it gives it this point. And then the last thing we're going to do is add a few beads in the center. Now you don't want to really use like a glitter unless you've pre-made some kind of resin glitter, like you've made little tiny blobs with resin, so it has some weight, because you want it to be able to drop through the other side so you can actually see it, rather than it's, because obviously this is the back of the design, what we can see now. So you want it heavy enough to drop through the center, fall to the other side, and stay in place, which it will do because of the force of the resin pulling inwards. It will be held more or less right in the place you put it. So a little bit of weight is good. So these are more like broken shells, with like an iridescent mother of pearl glaze to them. They're also from Just For You Online UK, but these are from a very long time ago, so I'm not sure if they even sell them, but you'll be able to find them anywhere, something very similar if you do like them. So you're just going to pop them on top, and then I'm just going to gently tap at them so they start to fall through the other side. Just super gentle to break the surface, not squidge all the way through, because then you will damage the design and you will also pull some of the colour. And once you have turned over your finished design, you might see a little bit of smearing of the colour if you press too hard. So it's just a gentle tap. Gentle, gentle, just to break the surface and let them drop through and find their own way. And then at this point, all we have to do is wait. I think what I'm going to do is just do a little swirl in the center, just right here in the center though. Just, I don't know, a little bit more of a definition for when it pulls it in. Because this is going to be all pulled into the very center, so it should be nice and tight. To give it more of like a flower look. You know, the center of a flower where the pollen is and such. A little quick blast over to get it started. I do always do this. As you can see, the whites on the outside are already pulling in, already giving a nice feathered kind of texture and a feathered look to the petals, so it's already working. So let me give you just a little close-up of how it's looking so far and get a better look at these petals. Get into position here. See how pretty these petals are looking on the outside? And you can see getting the 3D and the different dimensions to it, several layers. There we go. So what I'm going to do is put this into a sped up time lapse now so you can see it work its magic. Alright, we're back. Ready for the reveal. It's looking pretty white. Oh, sneaky peek. Alright, so let's start gently peeling away. Alright, are we ready? Look at these lines. So nice. Alright, alright. And there we go. Look how beautiful these petals have turned out. So pretty. I love the way that the black has like outlined itself. And it's nice and grey towards the center. And you can see all of the different levels. This is why I did one spiral and then spiral back on itself. So you'll have like more layers to the depth. Yeah, really happy with that one. Alright guys, well, thank you for joining me on my little resin adventure today. And I'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions or anything, just pop them below. And have a look in the description. I will leave you all the information about the products that I've used and where to find them. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.